Hey traders, great to be with you again. It's Jeffrey with Strategic Day Traders. Hopefully you all got a chance to see the signals that I put out last night. Another terrific day, all winners. We had some fantastic news that was anticipated that we were going to move on in the Asian Tokyo session, and sure enough, that played out just as expected. So let's go ahead and dive in and do a recap of the charts from last night. As I said, they were not only all winners and hit their high probability first targets within less than an hour or two, but in the overnight session on the East Coast U.S. time, you certainly had the opportunity for some great runners. So before we get started, as always, we do have a disclaimer. All the information provided here is for educational purposes and entertainment purposes only, and it's not an offer or a recommendation to trade futures, stocks, options, or Forex. Okay, if you haven't had a chance to read through all of this, by all means, please do so. Okay, let's go ahead and dive in. So first pair that I recommended was a buy on the USD Canadian dollar. And as you see, at around 8:30, I did wait until Asia opened to see, and we did in fact have a little bit of a pullback. So I got in right over here at 137.854, just as I posted. And immediately took some profits off within the first hour or two. And then a little bit of a runner I was able to put in here. If you watch the way I set my runners up, I actually modified it a little bit, and we're going to stick with the 15-minute chart for the linear regression moving average. So if you follow the price action, we moved up. We had our buy signal, swung over. This is now after midnight already. And as we start coming down, I am trailing this linear regression. And as soon as we cross below, I'm out. So we got another additional, 80 points on that runner. And we were out at 1.37936. Next pair, and the rest of these were all sells, okay? The Euro USD, we're in right over here at about 8:30, 8:45, and we immediately start to move down and take our first target right around 10:45. We're in it, and this did not look like we were going to have any kind of a setup. I was not able to get a runner on this, so all we had was our first target. Even though, if we didn't have this big reversal over here, we could have, in fact, gotten a nice runner out of it, as you can see. Okay, so by 4 a.m. U.S. time, when London session is open already, we did have the potential to really maximize this. Okay, so we lost out a little bit on here, but certainly no problem because every other trade was great. The Euro Yen, okay, we are in right over here for a sell at 8:30. And we had a nice drop right down within about 90 minutes and took our first profit at 16855, and then followed our runner down. And as soon as we dipped below and crossed back up, we were out with a runner. And by the way, as you know, when I place my runners, I'm taking half my position off, moving to break even, and then letting the rest run, okay? So we have half the position coming off at 167.834, okay? Next, on the Kiwi dollar, okay? These are all going to look the same. We are in right over here at 59544 and a rapid move down, and we're out at 594.443. Swing down, back around, and we're out for our runner, 59275. The Kiwi Yen, it is, like I said, almost a mirror image. Here is where our first trade is, and we are out for our runner at 91,700. Then on the Aussie dollar, great move again, and great move for the runners. We don't always have the runners that really play out, but because that yen move was so dramatic, and I think I posted in the Telegram room a couple of news pieces about the Japanese yen, okay? The Bank of Japan released some interest rate news, and we're always going to look for very tradable news like that, and it clearly indicated in the currency strength pairs in advance of that move coming. So we trailed this down, came back up, and we were out right here when we crossed back over, okay? And the last one, the Aussie yen, was almost our biggest move, and we were in right over here, first out within less than 30 minutes, and then our runner as we cross right back over. So let's see, all told, for first targets, we had 131 pips, and then for our runners, an additional almost 400 pips. So total pips, 131 plus about 400, almost 450. We will do some classes on lot sizes. You absolutely want to manage your risk. One of the reasons that I strongly suggest getting familiar with Forex, even though futures is so ubiquitous lately, Forex absolutely allows you to get in with just pennies to see what those trades are doing, and then you can slowly move up. Literally start trading in micro and nano lots of 0.01, then 0.02, and then move up. And then when you're comfortable, learn about creating lot sizes based on your overall risk, okay? Most seasoned and smart traders will risk no more than 3% in a day's trading. So for example, if we had these, let's see, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades here, you want to risk no more than 3% is the number that I use. So I would divide 3% by 7, and that would be the amount that I would risk per trade. And then there's a lot size calculator, which is based on the size of your account. And I'll show you guys all how to do that as we start to move into it. But that's a recap for last night's trades. Okay, we had some great ones. I am getting ready to take a look at the pairs again for this evening. So I will be back with all of you guys in a few hours. In the meantime, good trading. If you have any questions, please shoot me an email, and I will absolutely get back to you. And we will see you in the next one.